How's it going, guys? Today we're playing some Timberborn. Fresh world, fresh start, fresh everything. It's going to be an exciting series, so make sure you stay tuned. Stay positive, because no matter what we go through, maybe a lot. It's definitely going to be a lot. We're going to make some cool progress. But today, it's all going to be planning and getting set up. We have one of the vanilla maps I chose. The terraces, I believe it was called. And it seems as though it'd be cool for setting up dams and doing the things I want to do in this series here. The start is, I mean, we got good trees, so we'll just have to be smart about it, but we're gonna have to quickly make our way down, get on down to the bottom there for sure. So go ahead and get set up with getting our lumberjacks going. I want to make it get all of them, get a path. And one issue I have when starting a new world is I always overcrowd everything. So I'm gonna try to avoid that, but there's 110% probably gonna be a whole bunch of nonsense going on. I don't want these to be super in the way, so I'm gonna push down 2 of them. Got our basics so far. Got some wood going, water going, and I will also need a gatherer flag out over here. Let's play it and get things going. The starts are always super slow, but that's fine. Oh, of course, can't forget, you gotta mark the trees they cut, so they will have something to do. Luckily, there is a whole bunch of trees up here, so we should be good on that for a while, and I'll need to unlock the forester ASAP. And also, I should go on and say, if you've never played Timberborn, it's a cool game. Basically, all you have to do is build a beaver city. Just think of city skylines, but for beavers.
Oh, really?
And a little bit more in depth of collecting water and whatnot. That's all I can think. Maybe it's like Civilizations, but I don't know. I've never played Civilizations, but I know it's a city builder. But basically, it's literally just a city builder. And we're on our first night. You know what that means. Now that we've done a quick little scoot through the nighttime, because we don't like nighttime here. Get these. Give more builders. Always forget it starts off with 2, but you always need more than 2. This is taking its sweet old time. We also need to get some storage set up. So first I will do water storage. And definitely, I'm just going to start off with a medium warehouse for these berries.
Not my berry.
Over here, set this to berries. Now the builders should start building those. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Let me lower that one because we don't necessarily need it right now. So I think the first thing I'm going to need to do is definitely get my wood production going. So let's look and see. Over in the wood tab here, we will need a forester. But as you can see down there at the bottom, I will need planks for that. So we'll have to do a lumber mill first. Okay, and that is one thing that needs power. So what I am going to do is, I think actually before I do that, I need to set up a dam down here, just because I know I'm gonna get hit with a drought or something, and it's gonna mess up my whole vibe. These guys cannot reach this over here. Of course, I have this in the way, and we're back straight to the night, the most boring time of the game, especially early on. Later on, there's some stuff that could, I guess, happen, but and if we change the work time here at the top, but we don't necessarily need that right this instant. Do need is Zuja here to pump a little faster.
That's what she said.
Alright, so now I had to clear out a bush so I could get path going on over here. Probably be able to use a lot of this. Maybe stored or something. Maybe I'll build like a bridge so it's easier than them having to go all the way around in the future, but no need to worry about that. That's too far ahead. One thing about me, I don't like thinking that far ahead. But the berries are looking good. I need to set this to water. Might be a little helpful. And they're starting on this warehouse here, which will take a bunch of logs, but oh, they're instantly taking logs, so not too crazy. I think I do have 2 unemployed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up another lumberjack flag just so they go a little faster. Also, I think a lumber pile is best thing to do. Luckily, there are stairs to get up to the second. That's nice. Just no stairs to get down. So we are trapped here until further notice. And of course, nighttime, so be it bright and early in the morning.
One eternity later.
Good morning. This is almost done, so then we can move on to that. Get the dams. I'm gonna need water wheels, and I don't want to take up too much room over here. Such an unfortunate starting area. So unfortunately, this little river here isn't really big enough for much. So I might have to do water wheels later on down here or something. Just because it's not big enough and one water wheel isn't much. I mean, it'll do the job. What does 135? Or I could do a power wheel, make them work extra hard. Quite unfortunate. I think what I'm going to do is place my industrialistic area over, I don't know. So I've decided that I'm going to keep my industrial area kind of on the back side of everything. I feel that's the smartest way. It probably isn't. Sure, there's probably a better spot. I could do it up here, have a one power or water wheel. But I think doing it right here is going to be fine. This will just need a path to get to the power wheel because we need this so we can get a forester going over here. The faster we have this forester, the better. But we will need science. As you can see, it needs 30 science. So in order to get that, we will need an inventor, which luckily only takes 12 logs to build. So we will get that underway right now. No, this doesn't necessarily need to be in the center, so I think I'm going to try and just keep it away. Oh, I will put it up and out of the way, kind of, for now, and then I can kind of expand on that with all the other ones, like the observatory, but we won't have that for quite some time. Oh, I'm not going to worry about it too much. This large pile is almost complete. Wonderful. Now the dam is in, but it's nighttime, so you already know. And just like that, in half a second, it's already daytime, ready to go. This guy, he's not ready. With Yoan, do you want to be a beaver? If so, comment, me want to be beaver, and I will put you in the game. I will go through and rename all the beavers. I will need to, I'm going to up this as well. That only needs 9 more, and then we'll need 12, so we'll be good. We might just run low on logs for a second. But it will have to do. Coming into day 7 already. Our beaver city is looking magnificent already. Trying to keep things as spread out as possible because I want to avoid the spaghetti. Even though it's not really gonna happen. I can already tell. And just like that, we also have the inventor, so now we will start getting some science, which will pop up at the top left once it starts. Boom, our first science. But we need 30 for the forester. So that'll take some time. It's what, 1 hour game time gives me 1. So it might take a hot minute. I might have to build another one just so I can get the forester going a bit faster. Just because we're already making a big chunk out of these trees. Yeah, I'm gonna put in another inventor. I think it will be good in the long run. Double our science, but we do have this producing planks for the forester once we do unlock it, which it only needs 7. I'm not gonna build a storage for this just yet though, just because I feel it's not super necessary. I don't want to be wasting logs on constantly making planks or making a bunch of planks when I don't really need them yet. That'll be a future problem for me. What I should do though is get another tank, just because having all the storage is definitely worth it. Took me all night just to place down that tank, but that's fine. Let me triple fast forward real quick. And I feel as though a drought is probably coming anytime soon. That is fine. We will be okay for now. So now we also don't have enough workers. As you can see up the top left here, we have 12 beavers, only and a 1 vacancy. That means it's probably a smart time to get some housing. I need at least 4 for all of them, plus maybe an extra one to get some extra beavers. So I'll need 5 houses. I'm gonna take up a whole bunch of logs, but it is needed. Need to figure out. Probably be smart to put the housing probably on this side. Yeah, I'm gonna go this side. I'm gonna kind of do like it's a little block so they all have to come through here, and then that way I can put some things here on the entrance to get my well-being up. We got our 5. This is gonna help our well-being, which another aspect of this game is well-being. We want to get all these as filled up as possible. Higher the well-being, the longer they live, the faster they work, so on and so forth. So that's definitely something we need to work on. And shelter is obviously why we're at 0, so we'll need to do that. And wet furs also, it was a tough one just because the easiest way is to make them work through it. So this map only gonna be a little iffy, but I'm sure I'll find a way. I think there is something from one of my playthroughs I've seen. Shower, but that requires access to water. We will have to save an area here along the coast. All right, now rolling into day 8. We are doing decent on materials and food and water, but I think it would be a smart time to go ahead and get a farm going. So that's what I'm going to do, is set up a farm, which takes 25 logs. So that's going to be a decent chunk, fortunately, but we do need food. Berries are already running out. So we will put one farmhouse here. Then we will go down here, plant crops, and I believe that potatoes, the best way to go. Big chunk of this, potatoes. I'll also do, I think, carrots, just because they take only 4 days, and food ASAP because, like I said, berries are already running out. So the farmhouse will be good. We should have enough workers by the time it's able to get built. How are we looking on science? Oh, we have 30. Perfect. So that means we can get a forester. So let us unlock that. And we will put that right there. Forester. Now we can get trees. So we have quite a few options. We can either do birch, which is a 7-day to 1, which is always a good idea to have at least a few rows of that just for quick wood. Pine. Pine I don't do too much of unless I need sap, which we'll get onto later. Chestnuts, maples, and oaks. So my go-to is definitely going to be doing some birch trees, then a whole bunch of oaks. I don't know if you noticed, but even though it's a 30-day, that's 8 logs for that 30 days. So super good. So once all those are planted and gathered, we're chilling on logs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this for now. Pause that. We'll get our other inventor going, and then when the farmhouse is going, I will be able to pick crops. We are down to the last berry being picked, so that is no bueno. Oh, unfortunately. Luckily, we do have 110 stored up, so that should last us a decent while these, the carrots and the potatoes are growing. So the farmhouse is almost done, only needs 3 more logs, so that'll be done. We'll get all those planted. Ooh, I resumed the recording at the perfect time. We have a drought. So luckily we're pretty decently set up for a drought. We have some good storage. We don't have that many beavers, so it should last us the drought. Usually the first couple droughts are pretty lackluster. And overnight, we were able to get a 3 well-being, so we're on a roll. And also, it looks like the farmhouse is done, so we got Yawan out here planting our potatoes. No idea why I said that like that, but I did. So I will also, so with the potatoes, they can't eat them raw, so I will have to build a grill. Just a grill, I enjoy, because 1 potato, you get 4 baked potatoes, so definitely worth it for that. Just need to put it in a good spot. I think I'll just put it right next to this forester, and I'll lower that because we don't need it right this instant, because we do have a few days until these are even done. So just waiting on logs for this forester. I don't know what the hold up is. They're just taking, I believe they're just taking forever to build it. Yeah, see, they're just taking too long. Going in soon. We still have a decent amount of wood left to gather. Fine. And oh, I just saw by this tree over here, like he has what, a chip tooth. Broken teeth. Yep. So once again, that's another thing that is in this game is broken teeth. While they're going to bed, let me go in. I believe, yeah, in well-being, we'll need to build a teeth grindstone. I will just throw that right across from their little houses, and I'll prioritize that because broken teeth will bring down the well-being. So we want to do our best to help them out. Been a couple of days, and now we're coming up on the drought here. By the end of the night, it will start. Unfortunately, we're running real low on food, but I mean, on the plus side, berries are starting to grow back a little bit. So it is going up, but it is still pretty low, and we're only, yeah, just over halfway with these carrots. Not even all of them, just some of them. But once those are done, once the carrots are grown, we'll be chilling. Might just go hungry for a little bit. Right now, the drought shouldn't do too much damage. It should only be a very, very small drought. So not super worrying to me. Day 14, the drought has started. Luckily, I was smart and put a dam in over here at the beginning. So we're going to hold water pretty good. We're just not going to have anything flowing. What I will do is pause these water pumps because we don't want this water going away because then these will die. But though this is almost done, so probably assuming tomorrow they should be good to go, which would be nice. Right now we're already down to 13 food, so that's no bueno. It looks like we're also not building anything, so our log storage is getting filled up. And planks we don't need right this instant, so we're gonna hold off on that still. I mean, really the next steps are to grow the population, which as you can see, looks like we've had a couple births in the past few days. Very, very nice. I think what I'm going to do though is add some housing. I think adding 2 more should be plenty for now. I don't want to overpopulate off the start, just because I'm already struggling with food as it is. Drought was only a 2-day drought. Have 1 more day to go, so we'll be a-okay. Food is still getting low. They're probably just, yeah, they're just gonna be hungry tomorrow unless some berries grow overnight. I guess we'll wait and see. Unfortunately, as I started, 1 berry was able to pop in there, so that'll give us some food. Luckily, and it's already going away. And okay, so we'll probably get a few berries grown here and there, so that should hold us over. I mean, we only have 12 or 15 beavers. So it was another one born last night, and all the housing is complete. So we have 6 open beds, so that should get us a few born beavers. This drought is light work, and oh, look at that, perfect as well. These carrots are grown. That will give us more food for these starving beavers. Look at him, he's working right through his lunch break. He's hungry.
I'm hungry. In a minute.
It's not going to stop him from gnawing. Not at all. So the drought has ended. Cycle 2 begins. So we will unpause these water pumps because we're already out and need to up the workplace priority on those because we're low on water. It's fine for now. They are also all getting hungry. Luckily, there are berries grown. Our carrots are coming in, so our food should start to pile up a bit. And it looks like we had our first death. Zuja died of old age. So we're only at 15 beavers still. Only had 1 born last night. They need to grow up. We can get some more working beavers. We need them. We don't have any inventors right now, but our science is pretty high, which is wonderful. Water. Okay, the water's finally starting to flow. The waterfall's coming back. We didn't lose too much water, didn't evaporate. But based on how that drought went, I mean, even just these 2 storages weren't enough. So I'm going to have to throw in a 3rd one, at least get that there. You know what? I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna throw in a 4th one because I mean they only take 15 logs. I guess is a decent amount for what we only have, but we do have a bunch planted already, so we fill in empty spots of where trees have been cut down. We can get on to day 2 of the cycle.
A few moments later.
Somehow, some way, we are at a well-being of 5, so that's pretty cool. Don't really know what I'm doing. I guess the carrots that adds it 'cause it's a different food source. Take it for now. don't have any potato. Oh, the potatoes are coming in now, so our food should start going up. First purchase of science points would probably be something important. Now, what that is, I can't really tell you. Probably gonna go with the stairs. Do have mini lodges as well. That only sleeps one. I'm not really interested in that. We don't have enough for the double lodge, so I don't think housing is gonna be the way to go. Maybe medium tank could be worth it. Just for our second drought, we can get rid of these small ones that kind of take up a lot of area. Don't need metal yet. Power. Could do a windmill for more power, but it's not always a constant power. So I believe I will do... I'm going to do a platform. Yeah, I'm going to unlock a platform just because I feel like it's more useful. I really need these beavers to grow up too because I have 4 jobs that are available. I had to prioritize this potato one because we were starting to get potatoes, but they're not getting cooked. And that already shot it up, our food up to 38.42, so it's perfect. Our water is slowly rising and our logs are rising, so our surpluses are starting to grow. Love that. We should have a whole bunch of food, which is probably worth to build a medium warehouse for said food. I believe. Let me take those out. And oh, got up to 6 now that we have the potatoes. Oh, 7 even. I think doing a warehouse probably more towards the center of town with the grilled potatoes is the best way to go. Let's go ahead and do that. Shouldn't take too long just because our wood is doing well, even though we're out. Luckily we did have all these, so a lot of these are about to grow already. So we did that perfectly, I'd say. And just like that, our planted trees are now growing, so wood shouldn't suffer too much. And it looks like most of them are already planted, so this forester will be doing his job. Oh, I didn't realize I was set to triple fast forward, so we kind of flew through that day. That's fine. We'll hit up the next day real quick here. These beavers are doing great, getting all these new trees. Our food now. So yeah, once we got those potatoes, it's already up over 100. So our next drought should be a-okay. It does look like we had a couple beavers grow up and some born. Now we only have 2 vacancies. It is lovely. I think I need at least one of these. Let me see what. So the lumberjack, that's fine for now. Our wood is not suffering too much. The other one is the other inventor. So I think we can survive for now until some of the other ones grow up. I also believe it might be worth trying to get more beavers to be born. So let me throw in 3 more of those bad boys up here. We'll get that underway. Should have plenty of logs for it for now. Not super worried about it just because but we need all the beavers we can get. And our food isn't suffering like it was. Would like to get more workers in this farmhouse so this can go a bit faster. So having more beavers will be a plus. So let me just go through all the boring stuff of waiting, and for you it'll be half a second. For me it'll probably be way too long. Nothing too interesting has happened. I have added a couple more water storages just because I have a bunch more, or not a bunch more even. I have 11 beds open, still only 19 beavers, but enough to want to have more water storage for the next drought. Yeah, not many beavers have even been born. Fortunate, so but we are waiting for 6 of them to grow up, which if they could do that soon, that would be splendid. Looks like we also have some more trees growing, so that is wonderful. Next batch should be any moment. And these oak trees are getting there. Not even halfway yet, but that is fine. We should be good on wood until then. I don't really plan on building too much. Kind of just letting beavers mate and get some little baby beavers on the way. I do think that's where I'll end it for the day, though. Made decent progress. I'm pretty happy with the start of this so far. We made it through the first drought. A little bit of bumpiness there with the food, but it worked out in the end. Our food shouldn't be an issue, though, now that we have berries are fully stocked, which is awesome, and our baked potatoes, which should go a little bit faster once these beavers decide they want to grow up. Other than that, I think that's a good spot. And the next episode, we'll hopefully be working our way down here, being able to maybe harness some of this water. I think I'm going to also add in some water wheels up here, just because I know a lot of these will require that. And getting a gravity battery will be super nice, which I'll probably just be able to do right off the edge of one of these. Maybe build up a few platforms just to get the height a little higher. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Leave a comment. Like I said earlier, if you comment me want to be Beaver, I will name you in the video or in the game as a beaver. So make sure you go ahead and do that. Subscribe for the next video. I hope to see you there. It's been a great time. Have a good one.